We're going to focus now on the match on court 6 that we see here between red Melissa Lawas and blue Yushay Andrade. It's actually only the second match in this pool. There's one more to play later today. Melissa lost her first match with Simona Blaskova from Czech Republic. It's a pool of 3, so Yushay didn't play this competition, so it's her first match. So they're still all to play for. We see that Melissa played a pretty short jack, a little over 3 meters in the side. It's a spot where a lot of athletes tend to play, and the game is relatively easy to control. You maximize the advantage that you have from playing on your own side and having a shorter distance than the opponent. Her first ball didn't really block Yushay. Oh, that's a great shot. Yushay takes full advantage of the open jack and puts a ball right there, taking the initiative in this end. And let's see what Melissa can do here. She's left-handed, which means that her own red ball is maybe a little bit in the way. She should be able to hit the blue. But that just went past it. She's trying to open up. She can generate quite some speed, so let's see if she dares to try again or not. Look like she's going for it. Yeah, and she managed to hit the jack, which is actually quite a performance since there was not much of the jack that you could see. It didn't really help her since she still doesn't have an open line, but she could push the red ball now. Oh, that was probably not what she meant to do. She's blocking the red ball now, so she cannot push it anymore. 2 balls left, so I'm pretty sure she will try to defend now and minimize the damage here. Yushay still has 5 balls left, so it's very important to get a ball somewhat close to the jack so that there's not a lot of space to score anymore. That ball had an okay line, but it was played too hard. So it does not help her. So this last ball is going to be pretty crucial. Otherwise, there's really a lot of space to score extra points. Yeah, that's a good ball. She limits the space a bit, and she blocks the direct line to the scoring area for Yushay. Still plenty of space to score, but it became a bit more difficult with that ball. She's going to check to see how much space she actually has. She pretty much has 2 options. She can either go in the little gap between the red balls towards her own blue and try to push a little bit there and use that space, or try to score from our view on the left side of the check. Her right side, which would also give her quite some space to score. But of course she doesn't want to push the last red ball that Melissa threw. She's going for the gap, and she hits that red ball, and that's working out pretty well for her. You see there in the replay that she probably wanted to push the blue, because pushing the red was also a bit risky, but it worked out. The shot was played hard enough. So that red ball's not bothering her anymore, and she has a clear space to score. At this moment the score is 1. She should be able to push a few balls more into that scoring area. And that one missed some direction. Probably was trying to push the blue. But she still has 3 more balls to play. So plenty of opportunities. Yeah. The shot is okay, it's the right direction, but it doesn't seem to be scoring. Now she has 2 blue balls that she could go to push there, and she could still also go in between the little gap between those 2 blue balls. So pretty much everything with some direction should give her an extra point. Yep, that's a good ball. And that seems to be a scoring ball. Referee tells he cannot see, but from the overhead position camera, I think we can see that it's 2 points at this moment. Last ball now. Yeah, well played. Difficult to see the score. Could be 2, could be 3, could be 4. So the referee will measure. Belgian referee, very experienced referee, so he's calmly explaining that is what's going to happen. We're going to take out the blue ball closest to the jack so that I can measure the other balls. We're still working under the BC1 COVID protocol, so referees clean their hands before touching the balls, so that we minimize the risk of infection for anyone. Another referee will measure first the closest red ball and then determine which blue balls are closer and scoring points. Yeah, so that one is scoring and the other one as well, so that's going to be 4 points for blue, which is a great result for Bermuda here. Nice start to the match. If you can Score 4 points in your opponent's end. Yeah, there we see it. 4 points blue. And a good start for Bermuda. On the other courts, we have Sonja Antunes leading 3-0 to Chantal van Engelen. Let's see. Azerbaijan, Sonia Agayeva is leading 2-0 against Brazil. Olympia Silva. Krabichova from Czech Republic, 3-0 ahead against Bulthuis from the Netherlands. BER is 1-0 ahead against a Spanish athlete, Desiree Segar. And on court 7, the score is 5-0 in favor of Skobalova against Sakai from Japan. We're starting the second end here. Ishe is also playing pretty similar space, a little bit more in the middle of the court, away from the sideline, but also around 3 meters on her side. She must feel good with the first end, so no reason to change. And that first ball just passes the jack. So now Malaysia has the opportunity to get something going for her. First end was difficult, was blocked right away, couldn't really open it up. Now she has an opportunity to take control of the jack and try to get back in the game. 4-0 is obviously quite a big gap. On the other hand, there's still 3 ends to play. So if you can manage to win those ends, you don't need to score so many points in ends to get back in the game. Boccia is a game where you can score up to 6 points in an end, so the score can change quite drastically. And you see on a higher level that, of course, the end score usually are a bit lower. Athletes manage to control, even if they lose the end, to just lose 1 or 2 points. But winning a lot of ends is usually the best way to win the game. It just doesn't really help her. Ball missed a bit of direction, a bit too fast. So now is the same opportunity for Yushe from Bermuda, trying to get to that jack and get control of the end. In the BC1 female class, we see that most athletes don't have so much power as, for instance, we see in the BC2 and BC4, so that it's very important to get to the jack early in the end, because once you're there, it's a bit more difficult for your opponent to remove that ball. That ball was in a good direction, was played a bit too hard, so it bumped off the jack. Good try, it's still close to the jack, but it's not really giving any problem to Melissa, who has the opportunity here still to get to the jack. Line is open. And the nice thing here that because blue is so close, even if she misses, she can probably try again till she's in a better position. It's a good situation for her. Let's see if she can take advantage of it. That ball completely misses direction. But as I said, it's not a too big deal because she gets a chance to play again. In the BC1 class, athletes have an assistant, or at least they are allowed to have an assistant. Not all of them use that. That's a good shot. It didn't get closer to the jack, but it is in front of it. It's blocking the line of Yushei, so now it's just a matter of pushing that ball, and then she has a nice controlled situation. Well, I was saying that the assistant of the BC1s, we see that both athletes who are using them, they are allowed to assist the athlete in, for instance, giving them the ball, positioning the chair, giving them a water bottle, picking up the balls after the end. But they cannot assist in any way in the throw. So athletes need to throw by themselves. Sorry for that. Although the assistant may stabilize the chair during the throw, but they may not touch the athlete in any way or assist in the throw. It's 2 balls left for Malaysia. That first pushing shot was way off, and now she played it a bit slower. But I think that was a poor decision because now she blocked her own ball. It will be much harder to push it through. And now she moved to the back of her box. I'm not sure she's going to push again. Maybe she'll try to go for the blue one. Yeah, she went for a push, probably to get the blue one away from there, but didn't make it. And now she's out of balls. Yushei still has 4 balls left, so she has the opportunity to score more points. There's not a lot of space. There's a red ball pretty close to the jack, and that's limiting the space, but it should be possible to score. She either could aim for the blue ball that's scoring now, maybe push it through a little bit to create more space. And it's not really dangerous because that red ball close from the jack is protected by another red ball, so she doesn't have the risk of pushing that, really. She could also go by the other side, the blue ball that's in the right side. Yeah, there it is. She could use that to get her ball to the jack. No, she goes for the other side. She's probably going to try that again. Difficulty here is that it can only work if you pass the red balls pretty closely, so you cannot be afraid to touch them. She seems to be avoiding the red ones a little bit, and then the shot cannot work. We see this a lot of times. at least want to try, but they also don't want to take a risk. Uh, and then this is pretty much what you get. Balls that are, yeah, maybe trying to score, but not really with, or thrown with a lot of confidence to actually score. That one was a bit better. Now she blocked that option. She's not going to try by the other side. She probably didn't see the option because that's a really safe option to try. But she decides to take the point. She doesn't throw her last ball. Uh, and that means the score is 1 for blue. The Malaysian athletes agrees there's no need to measure. And so the score is 1 blue. It's 1 point for Bermuda, making the score 5-0. And that puts her in a very comfortable position because now we have only 2 ends left to play, which means that if a Malaysian athlete wants to get any result, she will need to score at least 3 points in one of the coming ends, which is not an easy task. We'll make a quick round to the other courts. Netherlands against Spain on court 2. The score is now 3-3. Brazil, Azerbaijan, it's 2-1 for Azerbaijan. Netherlands against Czech Republic. 2 for Netherlands, 3 for Czech Republic. All scores after 2 ends. That's the BC2 female. And in the BC1 female, France took a 2-0 lead against Spain. And Czech Republic, after 3 ends, is 8-1 ahead against Japan. So that game is already won, if nothing strange happens. Back over to our game here on the live streaming court. Yusei Andrade from Bermuda is leading 5-0 against Melissa Lawas from Malaysia. 2 ends to play, so still opportunities to get back into the end. But she will need to win this end and to have a real chance, at least score an extra point to have some chance to get back in the game in that last end. Placing a little bit closer than she did in the first end. And well, the first ball, it was with a good direction. It was just a bit, played a bit too soft. And so that means that Yusei still has an open line to the jack. Pretty much similar situation as in the first end. Taking her time for this shot. It's a very important ball. She can make it, and she's in a really, really comfortable position to win this game. Seems a little bit nervous. She gets close to the jack, but it's not what she was hoping for. Created a nice opening for Malaysia to go through. It's not a super easy shot since she's left-handed, so that red ball maybe blocking her a little bit. But the red is also not in a position that she can push it to the jack. So best approach here is to not play the ball too hard. Maybe let it stop in between the blue and the red and then push a bit. But a lot of time we see that athletes want to do it here once. She went for the push. And I said that line was not good. She was also not in the right side of her box to have the best line. So she pushed it a bit to the side. She did get closer to the jack, but she didn't cause any problem for our athlete from Bermuda. So she has still a good shot to get to the jack. That red ball may even help her a bit. Red ball on the right side. It's a very good ball for another. Push it a bit, doesn't really matter. Now the blue ball's in that position. And she has an even bigger gap, so she can basically throw until she gets there. Taking her time again. We see that she has a bit more problem to release the ball than she had in the first end. And a lot of times we see that also has influence on the accuracy of the shots. In the BC1 class, usually athletes with cerebral palsy, which means that muscle coordination is impaired. And a lot of times we see that in spasticity in the arm. And under pressure, that spasticity tends to get worse. So it becomes even more difficult. That's why it's very important to be able to control your nerves, stay calm. But obviously that's easier said than done. Another blue ball entered the area around the jack. That ball made it a bit more difficult. She wants to push it or use the inside of that ball, but she cannot push the red ball that's in front of her, because that would score a second point for Malaysia. Now we're going to see the last ball for Bermuda. Ah, that's what I was talking about. It's not what she wanted. Tried to get between the red and the blue, but she actually hit the red. It means that Malaysia is now scoring 2 points. The good side is that it's not super easy to score a third point. That line of 3 blues are pretty much blocking her entrance to the jack. So if she wants something, she will need to work by, from our view, the left side. She probably wants to hit that blue one on the left side, so that then she has a space to place another ball there. But it's a very difficult situation. She may use that blue, the separate blue on the left to let the ball basically hop in, make a little jump, and land next to the jack. There's not a lot of risk here. The red one in front of the jack is pretty much protecting it from the others. So she can give it another try. Almost hit it the blue, but she hit it on the right side. Or she was probably aiming for the left. No, she will try a placing shot. No, that's an interesting one, completely by the other side. Probably was trying to do the same trick with the blue on the right side. I don't really see that third point appearing here. Although she is going to try. It's a nice try, but it's not scoring. So it's going to be 2 for red. That puts her back in the game with some chance. 5-2 obviously is still not really the situation what you want to be in. But scoring 3 points is definitely not impossible.
2 points for red.
2 points for red.
1 minute.
And then a 1 minute break. In the 1 minute break between the ends, the coach or assistant can retrieve the balls for the athlete and can basically do what they want. They can coach the athlete, give them something to drink. But after the minute, everybody needs to be back in place, so the coach needs to be off the court. And the athlete back in the box, and the band will proceed. We'll see everybody going back nicely in time.
15 seconds.
And we're going to proceed with the fourth end of the match. And Yushe Andrade from Bermuda is going to start that end. She's 5-2 ahead, comfortable lead. She will be really looking to produce a good first ball here. Same position, pretty much for the whole game. Taking her time for that first ball. Yeah, that's a good shot. Very well. Exactly in front of the jack, blocking her opponent. She still has space to get to the side of the jack. But it's a situation that is easy to control for blue. Blue could always simply push the blue ball a bit further. And that makes it very hard for an opponent to actually score those 3 points for the tiebreak, or 4 even for the win. So it's a very, very good position for Bermuda. So she basically has two options. She can try to pass the blue ball and get to the side of the check, or to hit that blue ball and get rid of it. And I think if she wants to win, that's what she will have to do. Yeah, she's going for it. Just missed a bit of direction. But it's the right way to play if you want to win the game. She goes, trying again. And now she just missed it on the other side. A little bit unlucky, the speed was there. Two times, just not the right direction. Well, that makes it very difficult for her to still win this game. She has 4 balls left. So theoretically, it's possible. See if she's going for it again. Or does she wait for a placement? Yeah, she tries to place it next to the check. Ball's a bit short, not bad. She can push it now. That's not really a great ball. Blocking again, the other red one. We've seen that a few times in this game. Where she had a nice opportunity to push one of her own balls, but then playing it too short and blocking that option. Now she's going for it. A good try. Just not making it. And she's down to her last ball. That means blue. Uche Andrade from Bermuda is going to win this game. There's no chance that red will score 3 points or more here. And that also means that the tournament gonna end here for Malaysia. She already lost her first game. And in a pool of 3 with 2 losses, you're out. The last ball doesn't make it. So now it's up to Uche from Bermuda to score some more points if she wants. Points are not really relevant. After this game, she will have a win, just as Boccia from Czech Republic, and they will play each other in the last game. So the winner of that game will decide who's the pool winner, and points difference will not be relevant. But it can still be nice to give it a try, get some confidence on the court, and be ready for that second game later today. The ball doesn't score, but it's helpful. She can use it to push. Has 2 blue balls to aim for now. As long as the ball has any speed, it should be good. Yeah, that's a great shot. Pushes it, and the ball that she throws sneaks in between there. And she can try that again. There's plenty of time left, still 2.5 minutes to go. That ball missed a bit of direction. The ball that she was already scoring, but now it's definitely scoring. And still enough space for the last two balls to score more points. She could still make it to 10. It's a nice number psychologically to make. But as I said, for the outcome of the pool, it will not be very relevant. Seems to have some tension in the arm. Trying to get rid of that by moving it a bit. No need to be nervous here anymore. Last ball. And that's another point. So looks like 4. Maybe the referee will measure for 5. Let's see. Yep, referee's going to measure. Takes out 2 of the scoring balls that were preventing a good measurement. So now there's space to measure between the red ball and the blue that's furthest away from the jack in this view. The other 2 are clearly scoring. So it's going to be at least 4 for blue. And we're going to see now if there was a 5th point there or not. Measurement is finished, so we're going to see what is the final score. It's 5 for blue, which means the final score is 10 for blue and 2 for red. So Yusha Andrade wins this game. And it means that she already passed to the semifinals, but she will need to play one more game to see if she will pass as first or second in the group, which can make a big difference. And for Melissa Lawaz, unfortunately, this is the end of her individual competition. She lost both pool matches, so she will not proceed to the knockout stage. We will see her back in the team's competition, where she will play with her 2 teammates from Malaysia. So it's definitely not the last that we've seen of her. I will give you a quick update on the results on the other courts. On court 2, there's still a tie break going on between Chantal van Engelen and Sonja Antunes. It's 5-5. There's a measurement going on now, so we'll get back to that. On court 3, Agayeva from Azerbaijan beat Silva from Brazil 4-3. On court 4, Krajicova beat Veldhoven from the Netherlands 5-3. On court 5, BER won 5-1 to Segarra from Spain. And on court 7, the game ended up in a 10-1 victory of Skopalova against Sakai. And we have now the update of the tiebreak, and Chantal van Engelen won that tiebreak, so she won the game against Antunes from Spain. That's all for now. We're gonna be back in around 15 minutes, and let's see who we have. Then it's gonna be a BC1 male game between Roman Sajdak from Czech Republic and Daniel Kvist from Denmark. So hopefully see you back at 10:35 for the next round of matches. Bye bye.